Have you ever dreamed of breathing in space? Of walking among the stars with nothing but a light jacket and a smile? Well, if you have, we have some news for you! As cool as it sounds, you really shouldn't do that. Allow us to explain. First things first? Yes, you can breathe. It might not be easy, but it's possible. Thanks to NASA research, we know that the air in your lungs remains breathable, up to a pressure of 6 pounds per square inch. Anything lower than that, and you'll feel weak and dizzy and die within about 90 seconds. The current air pressure on Earth is around 15 pounds per square inch, so at half that amount, you'd definitely feel some negative effects. But hey, you'd still be alive and able to walk among the stars. Now you gotta deal with the rest of your body. Human bodies are used to functioning with 15 side pushing against them from all sides. Less pressure means your body expands until the molecules inside equalize with the molecules outside. Astronauts currently wear special suits that maintain this pressure. But if humans evolve to breathe in space, we'd also need to evolve thicker skin so our insides don't explode. Luckily, science says this is totally possible. In 1969, an American physician theorized that humans could breathe in space with just a few evolutionary changes. Aside from thicker skin and more efficient lungs, humans would need eyes that see better in near darkness. We'd probably grow gills to absorb oxygen directly from water in space. And finally, we'd have webbed fingers to help us steer our puffy balloon bodies through the cosmic ocean. Okay? Congratulations. You have the ultimate astronaut body. What happens now? Well, first of all, you can now build beach houses on Neptune. Laws say any nation can claim land beyond Earth's atmosphere, which means you could theoretically own part of the cosmos. That is, of course, unless another country gets there first or an alien civilization decides to lay claim to the entire Milky Way. But assuming you survive an intergalactic zoning dispute, what does life look like in your new home? Well, that depends on whether you choose to stay near Earth or venture farther out into the solar system. If you prefer staying close to home, you can always move to a space station. They already exist, and some are even converted hotels. One day, you'll be able to stroll right out of your room and into zero gravity. Just watch your step because the ISS gets regular deliveries from cargo ships. It'd be pretty embarrassing to get flattened by a space shuttle trying to take out the recycling. Still, you won't have to worry about household pests or lawn maintenance, which is nice. Now, for the more adventurous type. There's always Mars. Plenty of people are already planning to leave Earth for the Red Planet, including one eccentric billionaire. He's promised that his company will establish a self-sustaining city on Mars by 2050. So if you want to be an early settler, you better start practicing your Martian yoga now. Further out in the solar system, things get more complicated. While you'll be able to visit gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn, you won't actually be able to land on them. All those gorgeous rings you've been seeing in your space travel brochure, they're mostly made of rock, dust, and ice. So landing on them would kind of ruin your day. At least you could always hang out with the friendly aliens, assuming they haven't noticed you suck in a big gulp of space. And then what? Well, at some point, you run out of planets. Once you reach Pluto, you're officially in the Kuiper Belt, a region full of icy rocks and dwarf planets. There's also a chance you'll encounter a comet, which would be pretty dangerous since their proximity can mess up your newly adapted breathing. Plus, with no atmosphere to absorb the impact, an asteroid collision would spell doom for the entire human race. Oh boy. So even though breathing in space seems like a neat idea, it has its downsides. For one thing, your commute to work would suddenly become a lot less predictable. Floating in the wrong direction could mean drifting aimlessly toward the sun or getting lost in a black hole. But perhaps the biggest problem with breathing in space is the lack of silence. Even in the most remote corner of the universe, you'd hear the hum of stars, galaxies, and cosmic radiation. Maybe being stuck on Earth wasn't so bad after all. But hey, who are we to judge? After all, we're just a bunch of air-breathing meat sacks confined to this tiny blue planet. How dare we complain about not being able to breathe in space? We're clearly not worthy.